I am cooking. It smells good. It's good chicken. All right, let's update my RSI launcher. Yeah, I got an update to do. Drain the reverse. Live environment. All right. What's that? Huge file. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. And this one. All right. Right. You know, surprised that video doesn't have as many views as I thought it would. It's okay though. Wow. What's that wobbling noise? Weesh. All right. It's kind of odd. All right. How we doing tonight, everyone? I hope we're doing well. We are 5 days, 6 days, 6 days away from Christmas. It's nearly the end of the year. This year, Star Citizen has seen so many changes, so many glorious changes. It's not even funny. I'm just honestly surprised at all the changes we've had. It's kind of impressive. Got it. All right. Let's see how we're doing with the update. Oh man, it's slowed down. Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Who's on? How we doing tonight?
Not too bad.
Oh shoot, I'm streaming. Sorry. Oops. My apologies. Sorry, Kit. I do want an opinion on something. What do you think of this year, if you don't mind me asking?
In what sense?
Maybe I should move us to a channel that's a little more private. You know, that way people just don't get mad at me. You know what I mean? First.
Yes,
Yeah. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah. What I was going to say is I expected very little this year, but we've gotten more surprises than little. You know what I mean? More things out of the gate that are
Star Citizen.
yes, Star Citizen wise, yes. I'm not going to call it a 100% perfect year, but I will definitely say compared to the last 2 years, it feels like there's a general uptick in everything.
It's the game's finally getting into its stride and they're doing a lot of good work.
There we are. That's what I was searching for, the stride.
When you've got a project as large as any MMO, when considering the work on a couple now, development takes time, and time is necessary.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to hear the time element. And
So-
they have to. They have to understand that.
So, for context, your average development time for a game like this is 15 years.
Yeah. And we're just now getting to 14.
Yeah. So, for example, Rockstar Games, when I was working there, we started work on Red Dead 2 in 2014 on the 3D asset side of it. And that did release in 2020, and by then they'd already done the background coding, it's all the same engine, it's all the same implementations, it was just some tweaks. Warframes, 2.5 years till the frames in game and an update is. They plan things 2 years ahead. There's to think that gaming is instantaneous is a classic faux pas of why gamers don't understand game development and why, as a community, gamers struggle.
It really is. I struggle with it as a content creator, to a degree. I want to have things to talk about. But even I decided this year early on, after a bit, I was like, maybe they're not talking about it a lot because there's a lot on the plate coming. You know what I mean?
So we've had several core features this year coming down.
Several.
We come from one system to 3.
Yeah, exactly. We've gone to 3, probably 4, starting late next year. Probably Kestra. It won't be Terra. Terra might begin preliminary build. You know what I mean by that, right? Preliminary.
The issue with Terra is Terra requires Genesis to work.
It does.
What we're seeing is the background tech for planets has advanced rapidly. This is the point of the game's development where we will see old architecture fall out of function. For example, the notable bugs that occur on standard-based planets that don't occur in Pyro, falling through the floor, collision holes, stuff like that. It's a lot less common in Pyro, and it'll be a lot less common in Nyx eventually. Now,
Wow.
if I was to take any guess, I would think we'd see the rest of Nyx by the end of next year, and then from there, who knows?
Right.
Now, generally, I would have the thought process and thought pattern where, okay, do we need another system? Or do we want the current systems flushed out and updated? And that's where I would go is cool, cash refund. It doesn't add anything yet to the universe. I really hope they spend the time and spend the details working on a system that has the ability to really set the universe in motion. More systems are similar to Levski and Nyx than they are to Stanton and Pyre.
Yeah.
Where you have one population centre and the rest is sparsely populated. That has been the thing in lore since the early days. That is Chris's image. That is the same image he has for Freelancer and the same image he has from Wing Commander.
Yes.
Where the citizens support station. Now, would it be cool to see castrate? Yes.
There will be some changes.
Yes. It changes the game again. But this is a big but. Is it truly necessary for next year?
No.
No. The main things I hope for next year, this will be controversial.
Okay.
Among your watchers, I want to see a wipe. And I want to see the community, them tweak the economy, get working on the economy, because for
Right.
it to work, World of Warcraft, EVE Online, Elite Dangerous,
Yep.
Arcade, League of Legends, all
Ar-
these games in the in-game economy that players can interact with. TF2, Counter.
You sound like somebody who's been in the industry a long time.
16 years next year.
So I can pick your brain about a few things. Now, my thought is Genesis also, when it comes out, they're not going to immediately go to Castra. They're going to finish Nyx completely, okay?
Yeah.
And then they're going to go back through Pyro and Stanton. I hate to burst people's bubbles. I've said that for a while. They're going to blanket clean up the you know what I mean, the 3.0 planets, make them 4.0, 1.0 compatible, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. See, you and I are on the same wavelength. We know what we're talking about. Yeah.
It's rebuilding. Sure, we can keep some of the old architecture, and sure, some things may survive it. But for example, Port Olisar had to die because of how it was constructed. It was so old, it wasn't compatible. It was the worst implemented item in the game at the time. Now, this has been seen in ships since day one.
Yeah.
Tech develops, the game develops, tech needs of backdating and updating. Ships like the Reclaimer weren't built for purpose, they have modified to function than they are now. That took quite a while to do. It's a lot easier to blow something to the floor than it is to rebuild it.
Right. The
Reclaim. And players who were going, oh no, they're going to change everything. Good.
I'm like that too.
But be curious about it. That's how I tend to appear to it. And this is something I've stood with my gaming history. Is be curious and watch it go.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky's a great example for that. Star Citizen is a great example for that. They're the most open company I know of.
Now we are missing some. Now, dare I say it, we are missing some POIs from Stanton lore-wise that do exist. Do exist. The ISC stations, they confirmed those are going to return, but I'm going to guess after Genesis is in.
What I'm hoping, and I know a couple of the employees, but very few of them. So they do NASA, but they're bright development. So folk are in game development discussing tech, fine, what's coming up in the next week or so. And we've had this discussion before.
Yeah.
Now, my hope is the way, if I was to develop a project like this or direct it or work on any part of it, I isolate the key functions. Now,
key
the
functions.
First iteration of Genesis we have. Next one. Which is also the first time players get to see a terraform planet.
Right.
Now, planet terraforming in this universe, the sci-fi universe, is key. Because we as players will experience the Vanduul, how they destroy a planet, but understanding how to rebuild leads to potential goals for them. If a company's developed the technology to terraform the planet, it's likely they'll sell it. And if it's likely they'll sell it, there's something in the verse where Lofty Green Gold Star, rebuilding the relays in Warframe, rebuilding the world in World of Warcraft when they had the big epidemic and fighting QF.
Re-terraforming a planet that's been ravaged by a Vanduul raid.
Gives players something to fight for and reshapes the verse in a way which is engaging, but also rewarding.
They wouldn't just do it as one massive goal. They would break it into segments. Prologue, first part of main quest. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm talking. I think the resource run was the first start of that earlier this year.
See what players would do.
Yeah.
What I always have theorized last year is the idea of testing the waters, and that's would be improving. They put into effect gameplay which challenges us to do certain tasks and then implement the ability for us to frame that gameplay. My best example for this is capital ship fights.
Right.
2 years ago, everyone was saying the Idris will never come in game.
Yet it's here.
Then we had the Idris Bengal and the Javelins flying around Invictus. And then hunt the Idris.
Right.
Bought the Idris. Tested it. A year later, the Idris is put in game. Now that's no twins.
Yeah.
They tested to see if the people were ready to fight the capital ship.
Right.
Okay, out of the Polaris. Capital ship bounties came in afterwards. Hunt the Valakar. We now have your Mandy.
Newer
Right,
species, yes.
We'll see more bosses and more Apex hunts.
I think we're going to see an Apex Copion, too. They're pack animals. They would have to have a pack leader. You know what I mean? Like wolves.
The thing I'm hoping is when we do like effect, we bring in the Glacial Stalker. Those pure long-term plans.
Yeah.
Glacial Stalker was the Apex Predator on Micro Attack.
Right. The Boreal Stalker monster, yeah.
It's a bear the size of a Freelancer.
Oh, it's huge. And it's mean, too.
With Pyrocrabs. Like, Pyrocrabs are these massive creatures and well, we haven't got them yet. But there's the mob crab. It's the size of a Polaris. It takes 20 people to fight it. Brings players together to hunt these beasts. And it starts to call the experience of an animal.
Next one will have the Swamp Valakar, I believe. Possibly.
I'm assuming it's your Mandy rather than Valakar, just by looking at the body shape we've seen of it. Because a photo has been seen of what we think it looks like.
Oh, okay.
And it makes sense because your Mandys that are in the ASD facilities, don't know if you've done it. They're a primarily aqua-based species. They're primarily aquatic. But
So-
they're semi-amphibious. They breathe air.
So that indicates we are getting water-based life forms at some point.
We already had them in game. We already had dimension fishing for years.
Yeah.
Dimension sharks, dimension sea monsters, dimension lots of stuff.
Krakens, other things.
I would love for a planet one day which is just purely ocean, and the moment you land on it, a tentacle grabs your ship and kills you. Because that's the bleak horror of the sci-fi universe. Baseball Cave, for example, always love the idea of living in it, and then go, yeah, no, we get murdered.
Oh my god, you're funny. But you're right. There are several apex species I've thought of. Because the Copian is a pack hunter, like I was saying, I think there will be apex ones, ones that are I imagine this scarred up Copian that's bigger than the others. It's leading the attacks, of its group. Bigger, meaner, nastier.
Yeah. And that's not unheard of being looked at. And honestly, if they do it, I'll be very glad if they did.
What other ones do you think of?
So, just thinking from the gameplay we have, you got the storm walls that are native to Crusader.
Mm-hmm.
Which we can see them being returned. It's not a high chance, but it's possible. You've got the Camposi Magnus. They're believed to be extinct in law, but this is from a very early document that I couldn't imagine. They were huge, they were invertebrates, remember rightly, and they were about the size of a gladius.
Wow.
If you've ever heard of Nomolocaris, it was a species on our planet many millions of years ago. It was
Yeah.
the first predators. Basically, the idea was it was a sci-fi version of it. That intrigues me because big giant arthropods. You've also got the foreshoot. Again, they're arthropods. They're a delicacy, but we know they get large. Allegedly, we may eventually see the fleshy one, but they've been domesticated by certain species, so it can be interesting. Tracking wise, I know people joke about Fuzzy Brazen getting an apex and getting an attacking version.
They do have bowls.
Bold Grazer could be interesting. Personally, what I'm hoping for is is that you come across pirates fighting beasts, and beasts that'll hunt you.
Yeah, really.
Because we're not. But I'd love to see that, because it would mean a difference in how players approach any situation.
Oh yeah.
And creating those differences creates additional varying tactics, and it changes how the game plays. And that's what I want to see. Is I want to see diversification and expansion, because what players crave is new experiences and the next new hotness. Engineering, great example. People were so scared of it. Now it's in the verse. 99% positivity response. Yes, there are issues with it. There's always going to be issues with something. We're in an alpha.
Right.
We were functioning in tech demo for several years.
Yeah.
This game has taken this long because it's got the care, time, and polish. If it was run by anyone, if it was run by CD Projekt Red, who are known for these ambitious projects, working on Witcher 4 for longer than Cyberpunk's been out. And look at Cyberpunk, that was announced in 2008. 2018 comes out with a bag of dicks. It didn't work the way anyone hoped, it didn't function. It wasn't what we expected of the product we were promised.
Yeah.
Now, that was done because that was primarily because stakeholders in the company weren't happy. Let CIG take as much time as they need. If they get Squadron out by the end of the year, we should just send a letter to people. If you haven't seen it, for anyone listening, check your inbox.
What's that?
She stated that it's coming this year. And to be fair, I trust them an awful lot more than GTA 6.
Yeah. Things like Grand Theft Auto and things like Star Citizen take forever because they're huge. They're world building. They're earth shattering, crazy. That's
the other case you have is our criticism that gets thrown at me quite a bit. This is for anyone who looks at it. I'm going to tell you a dirty little secret of the games industry. Last I checked, Rockstar's spent 1.76 billion.
4.67.
1.67, yeah.
1.67. So, wow.
Double the amount it's cost to develop this.
Jeez.
For a game that they already had the assets for most of the vehicles, that they had an engine, a financial system, and an existing infrastructure, and they didn't have to build a studio.
That's
And it
crazy.
still took them since 2018 just to announce that they're delaying it again.
Ugh. Yeah.
So Star Citizen, that was bad. That's a multi-billion company. That's Take-Two Interactive. They're one of the biggest gaming conglomerates on the planet.
Yeah. After EA, you.
Well, yeah, the less said about EA, the better. Considering EA is probably about to shut itself down.
Yeah.
But that's rumours right now. For anyone who's curious, EA got bought out by the Saudis and another buyer. And there's certain discussions that are going around mostly because there are certain
Dubious things going on, yeah.
well, it's political practices being put into a crypt space. It's got no place there.
Yeah.
Dragon Age was one of the most successful franchises for a while. They were hamstringed to reduce what they were showing representation-wise in their game. For those who say, yeah, representation has nothing to do with gaming. Baldur's Gate shits all over you. It's one of the most successful games in history. It was Baldur's Gate, and its representation was fantastic, in my opinion, because it was natural. And that's what needs to happen in gaming. But I digress. EA, I think, are going from my most games companies are right now.
We do have a viewer. He's one of my regulars. Halcyon's listening. What do you think, Halcyon? Are you following along with my guest? I think he is. He's been around a while. You know, he's just keeping quiet and listening. Kit, is it Kit or Cat?
Okay.
Kit. Yeah, I was just making sure I got the name right. Yeah. See, Kit, he's a 16-year veteran of the industry, so he knows a few things more than us normal normie guys. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna. I should really hook you up with Paul Shelley. I'm pretty sure he would love to hear your opinions. You know, Astropub.
Oh, I'm familiar with the name, but I've never looked into it though.
I'm pretty sure you give some interesting opinions.
Well, it's that kind of case and point of it where understanding the industry you can do from an outside perspective and an inside. We all get the same data at the end of the day. There's stuff I won't ever understand that people, plenty of fans will. And that's because I've got a closed point of view. I view it as a developer. But any project I've been on, I have to view it as a development project, and I have to view it a certain way. And that's honestly a flaw of mine. And personally, it's that kind of case of going, you have to be able to view the game as an evolving project to understand the game. Otherwise, you go, this is a scam.
Yeah.
Which is not an unnatural response.
Right.
It's anyone who says, oh, the people call it scam are uneducated. It's not they're uneducated, they're unaware.
Right. He said, I'm trying to figure out what's for dinner. I'm like, I'm cooking kebabs. So.
I just had a Christmas party, so biscuits, crisps, sandwiches.
What did you end up with? Was it Bar Citizen?
Oh no, it's Christmas pie for one of the charities I help work with. They do one games with Warhammer and the like for mental health, which everyone goes, oh, that's not mental health. Don't have building names is
That's nice.
people. It gets people out to the house, which is half the point. It's something I spend quite a few nights of the week working with.
I commit.
Mental health is a good focus to have.
It is, and I commend you for that because a lot of people don't realize the mental health aspect of video games. A lot of people play it because they can't socialize or they have terrible family lives, you know, and they just can't deal, you know, there's a variety of reasons. I'm not going to say it's all of it, you know what I mean?
There's something that I was told when I first started gaming. It was a friend of mine. He was a very big YouTuber back a long time ago. Went by the tag name Total Biscuit. And we used to go to the same Warhammer shop. And I was chatting with him about it, and his one statement to me, I always remember to me, I kept with me whenever I worked on a project was games are an escape. If we can't escape into a game, it's not a good game.
I love that. That is a good saying.
And it's something I always take with me whenever projects we've been on. So I work for a small studio. Basically, we do contract work for the people. So we do 3D models and concept art for other companies. I won't say who just because of my NDA. I don't want to get any more attention than I need.
Probably a good plan. You don't want to get in trouble, and as this is being broadcast, I don't want to ID you other than your nickname, you know? Obviously. Okay. For safety reasons, which...
Oh, yeah. No, I appreciate that.
See, if I ask for anonymity, always, unless I have permission to show your face, I allow it. But if not, I do a setting like this. This is going to be my policy going forward with interviews because, saves you from doxing, saves me from doxing, just bits and bobs.
It's something that you like to be aware of in the modern world, and something even more dangerous in gaming. Communities that have abused people in the past, and that's something that you've got to be aware of. But to be fair, Star Citizen is one of those communities where I find there's odds and sods of every way of life here, which is why I feel comfortable talking about stuff, because normally you get a decent conversation. It's people who don't understand the game where I get the best conversations though, and don't understand the logic behind a lot of that backing.
Right. Hang on just a second. I got to check my food to make sure it's not burning. You know what happens when you let food sit in an oven too long.
I don't think it's pinched by my housemate.
I'll be right back. Hang on. Just a second, sir. Oven does need a fair bit of oil, though. Yep, we're done. Yep, the is cooked. All right. Just 1 second.
Very to the watch, he hasn't actually linked me to the stream, which should be fair. Might ask all when he gets back.
What's that?
Unless he's going to watch your questions.
I apologize. I just realized I had my dinner on the
Don't even hear me.
Barbie, and I didn't feel like burning my house down. I'm coming. I'm back.
There's always a fire if you give it in.
Halcyon wrote this. What he's trying to say is the Star Citizen community isn't the easiest on the ice, so not to expose the viewer to unnecessary stress. You won't be showing people faces. Halcyon's got a nice jokester attitude. He's a good guy.
Okay, you're right.
Do you need to know my stream channel? It's Axis 0096. You'll find me.
I will look it up shortly. Is it on Twitch or what Twitch platform?
I'm pretty much everywhere. YouTube, Twitch. Twitch is my growingest channel, though. It's lowercase. Let me see. Double check.
Can you just throw a link to the chat and I'll go through that because it will be so much easier in my head trying to focus on words. Sorry, it's been a full day of work until now.
Oh, you just got home, didn't you?
Yeah.
I apologize.
11:30 p.m.
Oh my lord.
Well, I'm British.
Well, yeah, you're British time zone. I forgot. Sorry. Hang on, just this.
I quite enjoy this kind of talking because it's something. Sorry. It's something I've done before in schools and education because it's something I'm passionate about. It's letting people understand gaming, and you have to understand the dichotomy of it is you may enjoy the game as a fan. And then people ask me, why do you ever get annoyed at things? It's like, I know how this works, so I've worked on it, and I really want to punch it.
There we go.
Seeing a dev make a really stupid decision.
Now, my name is not a reference to Nazi Germany. I've actually had somebody say something about that. It's actually a reference to Gundam and the Universal Century. Yeah. It's a UC timeline name and the asteroid Axis. Yeah. I actually got away with this. Thank you, Sunrise, for being stupid, Spots.
Where did you post it? Sorry.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, hang on. I am going to put it in sidebar chat. So, here we go. Interview. There we go. There you go, my friend. There you go. Did you find it?
Yeah, that's it there. It's just way you work on. I'm just glad someone likes Gundam still.
Oh, I do. I've been wanting to do a reading of the origin, you know, not word for word. That way Bandai gets mad at me. They are so strike happy on YouTube, I swear.
Yeah, just a surprising.
Yeah, it is. But if you own the material, I mean, is it really? You get it, right?
The issue with it is YouTube has gone from being a content creator-based platform to being Google's cash cow.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I've actually lost, funnily enough, 50 pounds this year since the beginning of the year, which is
That's quite a bit of money. Oh, hold on.
weight wise. So it's kind of ironic that I'm in better health than I was. I had to start taking a injectable, to help with my medicine, my weight. I'm over 500. Not a healthy weight. A lot of the medicines I took and poor eating habits led here, as well as other things. I do not smoke. I don't drink. Just bad habits.
Yeah. The case is that you want to work towards it, which is more like say for a lot of people I know. In my case, I'm overweight, but that's the least of my health concerns right now.
Yeah.
I'm a cancer survivor, so yeah, that's been good fun.
Wow, cancer survivor. Wow, I have 6 viewers right now on Twitch. That's pretty good for this time of year. Hello, chat. How are we tonight? All right. It's actually that is actually a pretty good number.
Well, my cases don't let go to your head. Generally you'll find success when you do decent content for a decent reason. It's something that a lot of people on YouTube, Twitch don't understand, I find. A friend of mine started doing short form content years ago and quite a bit of success doing small guys. He does painting.
Painting?
Mostly Instagram now. But he paints miniatures for commission.
That's interesting.
And it was changing the format. Then it's understanding your market, understanding where your demographic is.
Huh.
Now, I'm assuming your start is central, so maybe we'll get back on topic. What kind of ships are you hoping for next year?
Well, the Hermes was just teased, which we thought was a rumor, kind of.
Well, so, from what I'm aware of, is how these things tend to go. You've got Pipeline, who, no offense to Pipeline, are the most reliable sources.
Right.
I hate her.
I'm not.
I always take data mines a pinch of salt because there are so many things that can change in game development. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Here's a fun one. If you go into the base code of Warframe, about 6 years ago, someone had implanted the lyrics to various songs and parts of the code because that's how he identified code. He would do beat on it to beats, which was impressive. Again, it's a rumor I heard that certainly was accurate though, because the digital experience has commented on that. However, to what extent, I don't know. But this happens in game development. And the other option is CRG may have seen the rumours and seen the interest and gone, hey, this isn't a bad shout. Like, we know the fan concepts on the ball, look at the Redeemer.
Are you Kitsune? Are you Kitsune on Twitch? Okay, I was just making sure. Yeah. So, yeah.
5 plus your talker.
Oh, yeah. He's the talker. But a lot of people were saying it. There's no way it's this, that, or the other thing. It's kind of an odd picture. It looks like a cargo bay with lockers. The picture.
So, now. Hello.
Hello, Salani.
If you're aware, the here is streaming. I've tried changing the name 3 bloody times. So if you don't want to be on Twitch, I would suggest dipping.
Yeah, sorry, Salani. So sorry about that.
No. Don't apologise yourself. It's I want to make sure you're aware.
Actually, I don't mind. Let's get famous.
Famous is good.
What slur does he want to drop? Come on.
Careful, guys. You do realize, unfortunately, I'm held to standards. Unfortunately, certain things I can't talk about, sadly, unless I want to ban.
That's why I'm not
Not
on
the only
Twitch.
docking we can discuss is ship.
We were talking about the what is it? Darn it, the
Herbie.
Hermes. We don't know a lot about it. A lot of people think, oh, cargo ship or something. I don't think it's going to be a data runner.
Now,
Isn't it
honestly,
the Cargo Apollo?
Yeah.
that's the original rumor. So the rumor came from a data mine
Yeah.
that SE Leaks doing. Now, I don't give SE Leaks most credence in the universe when it comes down to it. Personally, if it is the Apollo variant of the Hermes, so be it. Now, hopefully it is a data runner because there's a lot of key signs we've seen recently that data running is coming sooner than expected. For example, the finishing off parts on the Herald, then finishing parts off on the Mercury Star Runner, different data sets being committable and showing off. Now, people go, oh, recent law means data running is now valid. No. Recent law is live broadcast. Data running still has its value because we have three valuable things. Coordinates, we don't want people getting out. So let's take the new law. So you can the UE has developed technology to broadcast across warp gates.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. It's a new law development. Interesting. What does that mean for data running?
Means it's FTL.
Well, no, it means data running is still a thing. Because data running was never about communication. It was storage data, economic data, locations, and logistics. So take modern life into existence, right? So say there's a World Cup, and they stream it around the world, and you have a broad spectrum antenna dish in your house. You can legally tap into that broadcast. No issue. Can you imagine someone as big as Hurston Dynamics going, we're going to send this data package for all these manufacturing specs to a new client, or you put them on the internet?
No.
You know how quickly they'll be stolen?
Yeah.
Right. So now, what does that mean? It's an open broadcast. It's the date that data running is no longer general data, it is lucrative data, which means it's high cost and small packages normally.
Yeah.
So that's where data running would adapt and change. And that's where I think they'll be going, because that's something they've mentioned since day one. And putting a higher focus on, for example, player A has blueprint B. Or knows where shipment Z is. They're going to tell player B where it is for money. But they need someone to take that data now without it being stolen. Hire a data runner or do it yourself. That's where I think they'll change data running. And people go, oh, they've killed this. Engineering is going to kill light fighters. I was flying in an Ares Inferno yesterday. I crippled the Nidris.
Yeah.
I blew its bloody turrets off and killed the PDCs, and I just sat there with impunity and just gunned it. And people are going, oh, PDCs kill all torpedoes. The amount of eclipses I've seen in reverse of these effectively doubled. And that's the point, is everyone keeps saying, oh, they're going to kill this. It's classic doomsayer mentality. And to give the devil an advocate, I can't imagine the CIG killing such a small part of data, because if they kill that, EU law takes into effect. They're actually a UK company, they're European data coded, which means if they do that, they can replace anyone's raw data running ship.
There'll be deep trouble, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same issue Elite Dangerous got into a few years ago. One of my mates got sacked because of it, because they had reduced staffing after paying the bill.
It's crazy.
Well, they killed consoles. They paid a very large sum. I think it was in millions.
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember that.
If Star Citizen did that, i.e. law is 50% of the funding gross through crowdfunding has to be refunded. So 50% of anyone who bought a Herald of Mercury or any other ship with a computer sensed,
Holy
they're
crap.
never going to do it.
Yeah.
They'll expand it and change its phrasing and change its meaning, sure, but they will not kill it. It's virtually impossible to do it. And that's where I find the doomsayers are going. You don't. If you think CIG can just cancel something like that, you don't understand the legal jargon they're in, and you don't understand the legal world that exists. Because if they were an American company, they could cancel it for impunity. But they have deliberately moved to the UK. There's only one benefit. Chris gets tea. There's no tax benefits, there's no work benefits, there's nothing. Like, you may be more comfortable over here, sure, yes, but they wouldn't do that and risk that much if they intended to break the terms of contract they've already engaged in.
Yeah.
And you will see that come about. Now, what I'm hoping we actually see, this will sound probably quite weird, is personally, if the Hermes is coming in game, I really don't want it to be a cargo runner. I would love it to be a data runner because RSI doesn't have one.
No, it doesn't.
And making it a small scale smuggler with data running capacity, something that's like a lighter MSR,
Yeah.
fits my bill perfectly.
Mm.
Give it enough space in the back that you can fit a range man. Also, for everyone who went, oh, it can't carry an Ursa, cool, but it can dock to an Idris one day.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine ship docking that far out of the working command module.
Right.
Like, that's ship to ship docking. That's massive tech. Next year is going to be big because we're getting crafting, we're getting inventory reworks, we're getting. Hopefully changes the economy and make it an economy.
I don't think well, and remember that's only up to the first half of the year. I don't think base building's in the cards, but
Well, so base building, we know base building requires
crafting.
So the plants have to be built to work with it, and that's just a tech limitation. Now, we know that they want to get their chest done the early part of next year.
Right.
Stands to reason that when we first see, it makes sense that base building comes after crafting. It's the same, by the looks of it, similar interface, resourcing, action out, resourcing, action out. It's the same as Wicklow. Personally, I think Wicklow was a test for engineering.
A lot of people have said that.
Because there is the way he's coded.
Yeah.
Essentially a glorified crafting interface.
Right.
It's the same exact way we pitch crafting interfaces before games when we worked on Arcade very long time ago. We pitched that to them. And again, it was starting off as an NPC that could craft beer. And they weren't doing the exact same, different coding, yes, but it's the exact same idea. I think next year will change the game for the better, but CIG need to be careful. It needs to be cautious how optimistic we are. Bugs happen. It's the biggest statement I ever made about Star Citizen. It's the biggest statement I've made about game development. Oh, what was the game? I think it was Royal Valve's Properties Team Force, maybe. They had banana in the code, and if you remove it, devs have tried over the years, if you remove it, the game crashes.
Oh, shit.
Bugs happen. Unintended bugs happen.
What is it? Team Fortress?
It was a source engine game of some kind. It was just a random JPEG. I think it was banana or something. It was basically, if you remove that, the game sets the actual system stuff like.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's mental. one of the projects we worked on a very long time ago, Warpaint, many years ago, Digital Streams, lovely company to work with. If you ever want a game to play, give Warpaint a shot if you haven't. It's a good power trip. They have a wonderful file issue. It's been rectified now. It's about 4 years ago. When we were talking with them, their file issue is fantastic. It's another in the NBA. The YouTube is coming up for. So there was a certain colour. The updated graphics rendering, so this colour changed. When this colour changed, targeting reticles didn't work. Scoreboards didn't work, the marketplace didn't work, nothing worked anymore. So you had to revert the build and redo it. And they realised it's because that colour shares two phenotype codes with the rest of the API. And these things you think they're entirely related, suddenly kill each other. Now, one of the discussions I had last year, I had the Droid Computer System from Manchester, and sat with one of the server team, and we were discussing it. It's like, he explained the ASOP terminals, and so the ASOP terminals are linked to your inventory.
Yep.
So the reason the inventory is taking you so long is because the ASOP terminals are a key feature they have to get right. And if they bug up you pulling out your ship, there's a big issue. And stuff like that is why I love and hate game development. It's more my least favorite relationship with deployment, which we do value. Because sometimes I adore it, and then other times I want to.
You want to strangle it like a dog, right?
Oh yeah, no.
Joking, I'm joking. I love dogs, actually. A rat.
Not too bad.
A rat would be a better job. There we
I've
go.
got two bad for a while. Some days you want to struggle with them, some days you want to choke them. Spit it out, mine, that's my hand.
Yeah, I will not speak bad.
Just mouth hugs is not the most comfortable thing in the world. You feel this tongue in his teeth and you go, please don't bite. And you'll forget something in it. Now you feel it's yours. It will be them.
Okay, yeah. It is definitely. What's that?
Well, we did get speed by the day.
So, okay. So the first half of the year, you think that we're going to probably get at least two crafting and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. It's what the set they're trying to aim for, and I'm wishing the best of luck with it. But if we can get crafting in before April, it lines up the rest of the year quite well.
Right. I mean, look at VR. VR's already had several little brief patches, and I think they said it's working okay-ish. Not perfect, but
yeah.
For a first implementation, though, it's working pretty good, though.
Well, I'd say that about a lot of things is actually there.
I mean, to be fair, it's not perfect, but yeah. It is very interesting. The ship I'm excited the most about this next year, when we get it, is the Forge. I know its name will probably change, but I want the small Pioneer. I mean, who has $900 or 1,000 euros to drop on a, roughly, right? 1,000 roughly on a Pioneer.
No comment, Your Honor.
No comment, Your Honor. But you get my point, kid. You have better things to spend that money on.
So, me and a friend had that many years ago, and it led to my starters. The account that it is, actually. Earlier, that is to say, we both agreed I thought Elite Dangerous would do well, and he thought Star Citizen would do well. I didn't realise it was Chris Roberts behind it. If I did back then, I probably would have taken the night. We were both pretty early into our careers, and both went Will Backlund for the exact same amount each,
Hmm.
and that was $600.
Oof.
Funnily enough, I've actually never received my copy of Elite Dangerous to this day.
What?
Yes, I complained to Kickstarter and they told me to get sorted eventually, but I stopped caring. They removed it from consoles, and that was why I wanted it. I eventually got back into PC gaming. It was at this point where I started playing Star Citizen and went, that's way better. Shit, I lost the bet.
Yeah. Halcyon said not the fours. I'm like, hey, come on, man. I don't have that much money.
Well, the other thing you've got to bear in mind, this is one of the few MMOs where no content is restricted.
Yeah.
Every bit of content is stated is going to eventually be available in game, whether by players crafting it or what have you. My partner is a Pioneer. Literally, our plan is I own a Kraken privateer, and I own quite a few of the ships. I don't want to start discussing that one on the stream. I'll start realising how much it came to. But in my ship list is a Crucible, a Reclaimer, and the Merchant as well. And the reason I own these is I play with a group who our entire love is engineering. So we picked up ships where we can do engineering gameplay, building ships for people, and yeah. My partner's fixation was they want to build resorts on planets and build bases for people. They don't want to be the person building the base, they want to be the person hired to do it. I think that's the best part about this game is part of it. But you won't need to own a Pioneer to build a base. You just need to know someone who does.
Probably
That's the beauty of that community.
probably something no bigger than the cart, or at the best that forge, which is what, a medium, as they said. It's really small.
That can be a medium. It's the next scene of you craft. How much I know about it. It's meant to be on the size of a Green Lantern, from what everyone was saying.
That means it can land in areas the Pioneer can't, due
Yeah,
to
but that's the other benefit of stuff like the Starlancer belt.
yeah. The build is kind of in between the two. So we have
And you get the galaxy as well.
yeah.
The galaxy just everyone goes, oh, the galaxy is really compact. The fuck is huge.
It's huge. It's 110 meters. It's big. It's a Corvette size ship, right? Basically.
It's civilian Perseus, and I'm just going, it's another dangerous Dorito.
Yeah.
The galaxy doesn't interest me.
You're going to need a whole meadow for the galaxy to land, you know?
Where you'll need a field for a start to build.
And maybe a small field for a forge.
Yeah. And that's my kind of case is like, I picked up a Clipper the day I saw it because the Clipper is very much me. I need to sit in a corner and carry around stuff to build people and stuff.
Oh,
I want to be the handyman because that interests me way more than combat.
Yeah, I did buy a what do you call it? What you just talked about, the ship.
The Clipper.
Yeah, I bought a Clipper. I bought the LTI version, but not for the obvious reason. I like the paints that came with it. Yeah.
It depends on what. But so from what I heard, Clipper was meant to be like the fourth best selling ship in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
If
Fourth?
you watch this, correct me, please.
I think you might be right.
But, it's meant to have outsold the Wolf.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no, this is scary.
People love their Drake.
I'm gonna send you a photo actually. If you want to put it on screen, you can. I could send this the day of buying it by a friend of mine who I play with, very young, and who does my editing because he absolutely loves Drake, and I have a love-hate relationship with it from day one.
I will say that of their newer designs, the Ironclad's pretty straightforward. It's basically a giant
It's a
caterpillar.
cargo. It's a cargo container that's trapped engines on the cockpit. It is very drunk.
It is very Drake, but it is a barge, basically. It's basically a barge. You know, what you'd see in the Thames, right? If I'm getting the name wrong, you can hit me.
Thames is correct.
I don't even know if they do barge travel in the Thames anymore, do they?
They ship some goods. There's very few now. You can see it now in the kids channel chat.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hang on. Lucky.
Okay, this the Clippers design.
Right, scrolling. It does look like a sunfish, I'll admit.
Yeah, now I can't unsee that.
Okay, that is beautiful. That is funny. That.
But that's part of what I love about our community in general. Is there so many different opinions on these ships? Like, oh, the amount of people I know who fucking hate the MSR. I, for one, like the MSR's idea.
Yeah.
Do I like how it does the idea? I don't know.
It needs some work. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
It does need work. I mean, I've been doing this sort of thing kit since 2019 when I first started playing Star Citizen. I've been a streamer for
Like,
5 years.
maybe.
Yeah, kind of. I started when Microtech first came in. So, and before Crusader actually was in game, which is odd. It's been that long. In fact, it was this month that I first started playing. So it's just.
Now I'm curious. Halcyon, how long have you been playing?
Oh, Halcyon, you're being asked if you're still there. How long have you been playing?
Me?
Oh, Solane? No, Halcyon. We have a viewer. We're trying to ask the viewer how long they've been asked. They've been
You can say how long you've been there, so I don't mind. But
Yeah.
curious now. I didn't know
I'm
you were
saying
still
it's 2016, 2015.
2016, 2015. Wow.
I am back at number 39,800.
Lol.
That old. I am old as dirt.
Yeah. He may have gone into hiding for a bit. That's okay. But yeah, the forge is what excites me because not only is crafting, but it's a multi-purpose ship. But I think even the cutter or the ship we just got, the Clipper, should be able to do some level of
The standard equipment can craft the sidewall components.
sidewalls, like airlock doors, windows, something,
Yeah, the hope would be is like, hey, we need this, and this. Build it.
Let's say we're just making a cube, like we need a basic, an inner frame to begin with. We need a door with inputs, right? So how would you do it? Like six walls. Do we even need a floor?
Depends if you go by Space Engineer's logic, grass means nothing.
Oh my! I do have that second game. I'm waiting to try it. The second game I've heard is really good. Space Engineers 2 so far.
I'm apprehensive, but that's because I backed Curl Space Round 2. I don't know if you're familiar with what happened with KSP 2.
Oh my lord, no. Not that game again. Yeah, after that.
The game, it was Take-Two being a dick.
Yeah, they stole that from us, basically.
Yeah, a few of the X Squad devs are actually working on a new game supposedly be interesting.
That made me mad. That whole situation. I bought it pre-alpha or whatever for start Kerbal Space Program 2, and we never got squat.
Yeah, everyone blames Squad for it. I look at it and just go, it's not Squad's fault. It really is.
They had so many plans. So many plans.
And that's the issue with Kangaroo, though. You have their own plans as well.
Hmm.
If your publisher goes no,
Yeah. There goes the kit in the caboodle. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Yeah. Hmm? Huh? Yes. Yeah. It is what it is though, but it still leaves a sour taste in my mouth for what happened.
there are so many games that have that issue, though. It's like there was an old game, Starbase.
Starbase.
It was darn Space Engineers-esque engineering focus, voxel-based construction,
Right.
which is an interesting idea. About it. It's not original, but the way they were going about it, basically, it was very similar to Space Engineers, but you could cut like. But if a box was made of 400 pixels, 400 voxels, you could cut off 3 of them and split the block in half.
Right.
And interesting idea. The company who did it brought down the servers after the first month because they didn't expect how much the game would cost.
Hmm. So what happened? Just died or
I'm still arguing with Steam for a refund.
wow.
I never got to play it. I played one beta, couldn't run it. Got told these fixes in sort of main game. Main game comes out. I was at the time working abroad. You couldn't fucking play it. But that's the joy of game development at the end of the day.
Wow.
You always remember the bad development issues and never the good ones.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But look at I do like how the community rallies around the successes though. The ones that can keep going.
Oh yeah.
Like what's a good example of continuing to rise from the ashes? No Man's Sky. There we go. That game was almost universe ending for an entire team. And they spent God, how many years building it up to the world it is now?
Yeah, I've heard mixed stories about that. One of the ones I tend to get curious on is an anecdote where allegedly the main reason behind that was the CEOs that had issues rather than the actual game. Basically, they worked under Sony, and I can tell you for a fact, Sony slave drivers.
Cough, cough. Yep. Oh, they are. They're notorious. I've heard notorious things. Things I probably shouldn't admit to or notice, or it'd be like something not justified, right?
Oh yeah. Much as I am a kid, to be fair, the same for an individual who I knew left the team on bad terms.
Yeah.
Now, if it's true that the CEO basically canned development, the reason went back was Sony. I wouldn't doubt it. I've known companies try that.
That's so
Being the occasionally contracts last minute. We had that happen with New World. So Fiona Free, the department of the company I worked for, worked alongside Amblin for New World.
wow.
The week before payday, they try and renegotiate.
It's crazy.
And that it was just that. Dang it. Then I don't know personally. I'm really sorry guys, it is 2 in the morning, enough here. I'm going to start getting down to bed. Best of luck, pleasure talking to you, and best of luck to the viewers.
Yeah, thank you, Kit, for the insight. I appreciate it, my friend.
No, no problem.
If I
have
ever-
any request and want to chat again, let me know. 'Cause I don't want to talk about stuff like this. Any topics you want to cover. I've done everything from game dev to movie concept art.
I love picking your brain about things. It's fun. I'm definitely going to keep you in mind.
But take care.
Get some sleep.
I'm trying to. I'm working all the way through Christmas, so
Have,
looking forward to it. Farewell.
have a good night, sir. And then there were two.
Which is off.
Huh?
Which not streaming anymore, right?
I still am, but I don't know. It's getting really quiet on my stream. I might actually table it for tonight. I don't know. Waiting to see if it does. Interesting. Let's see. Well, huh. Yeah. It's definitely weird. All right. Well, yeah, I'm just. Anyways, I'm going to jump. I am going to shut this stream down. Surprised my. Hang on just a second. See you guys later on Twitch.